Welcome, everyone. I'm going to be reviewing the two games that were on Sunday, the 8th. So we had the Washington Mystics against the Connecticut Sun, and then we had the Dallas Wings against Minnesota Lynx. So the first game I'm going to cover is the Connecticut-Washington Mystics game. And that one was pretty much over in the second quarter, unfortunately for Connecticut. Washington won 104-67, and that's mainly attributed to Washington just out-hustled them. You could see Connecticut didn't have the same energy as they did last game when they won, which they're going to have to find some consistency. Box score, the Mystics were up 28-21 at the first quarter, and then Connecticut only scored 15 points in the second, 17 in the third, and 14 in the fourth. Meanwhile, Washington was all in the 20s, 22, 28, and 26 for a total of 104 points. That's a lot of points. Not much defense, I'm guessing. They were trying, but it was Washington just totally outplayed them in every aspect. Let's see, what notes did I have here? In the first half, it seemed like Marina Mabrey was the only one even keeping them close. They had built a lead, and then she hit a couple of shots, got them back to within 10, but I think that's the closest they ever got. And then the Mystics just pulled away. They were also shooting 62%. So, you shoot 62% from the field, you're going to win most of the time. Let's see what we have here. Under the boards, between Kiki Arifin, Aaliyah Edwards, even Inkster got in. She didn't score a lot of points, but Shakira Austin, Edwards, and Arifin were just outplaying Connecticut's bigs. Tina Charles looked tired. She looked like they were giving her all she could handle. Let's see. Citron had 11 points. She shot 50% from the field. Kiki Arifin had 12. She was 6 for 8. She was strong underneath. Brittney Sykes was Brittney Sykes. She's terrific. She's so fast. It's great. I love watching her play. And she can jump through the roof. She was 50% from 3 and from the field. She also went to the foul line 15 times. She was 14 for 15 at the foul line. She had 28 points. Good for you, Brittney. She's just fun to watch. Sutton had 10 points. Austin had 14. She's looking stronger. If she gets, she keeps getting stronger, the Mystics they'll be very good. And Aaliyah Edwards looks stronger too. Her first game back, she didn't. She definitely seemed like she didn't have all her bearings and everything, but she definitely looked better. She was 5 for 8 from the field, so that was good. And then Connecticut, Mabry had 15. I would venture to guess that most of that was in the first half. Tina Charles had 17. Again, most of hers was probably in the first half. But they all had negative plus or minus numbers. Morrow got in the game, but she only scored 2 points. Another player Connecticut picked up, who I'm happy to see is getting playing time. Indiana, she was the last person cut for Indiana. Her name's Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown played for Cal out here in California, where I live now, and she is a really nice 3-point shooter. I'm hoping she gets more of a chance with Connecticut, and that she can help them. She scored 8 points. She was 3 for 7. She was 2 for 4 from 3. I'm hoping she can contribute to them and have a nice season with them. But we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Nelson Adota was out, and you could see that down underneath. That explains, Tina Charles didn't have much help underneath the basket. Morrow was in there, but she's still getting her bearings as a rookie. and Diaby, she's helpful, but she's got some things to work on. Sanaya Rivers, she had a beautiful block. It was early in the game. She had a beautiful block, swatted it. That was fun to see. But anyway, the Mystics just pulled away slowly but surely, and each quarter got worse and worse for the Sun, and then they finally just emptied the benches. So anyway, congratulations to the Mystics. Well played game, especially the bigs. They contributed a lot to this win. So on to the next game. We're going to go to Dallas Wings and the Minnesota Lynx. So the Lynx in Dallas was 81-65, but this game was close until the fourth quarter. But, Minnesota has a way of doing that. They're just so good. So Minnesota was up by 10 in the first, and then Dallas outscored them in the second. It brought them closer. Let's see, I think they were down by 7 at halftime. They were down by 7 at halftime. And then Dallas actually outscored them in the third. But then the fourth came and Minnesota just put the gas, they put their foot on the pedal and outscored Dallas 24-9. Arike had a good game, but it was, I shouldn't say a good game. She had a very good first half. She had 20 points in the first half. She ended up with, let's see how much she had. I believe she only had 26. So she only scored 6 points in the second half. And, the thing, I like Arike as a player. She's a great shooter, but in the past, she has been a problem for them because they rely on her too much and she plays 1-on-5. Well, I have to say this game, she played much better within the flow of the game. Even those 20 points she scored, they were all within the flow of the game, which that was really nice to see, and that's good for Dallas. That'll be good for them down the stretch, that she doesn't just, take everybody on, and it's too much for one player to do. I mean, you can do it for a couple of games, but for the season, it's not a reliable way to win games. So Dejanay Carrington, she had 6 points. Hines Allen had 4. She needs to contribute more for them. They need her down low. And then I'm just going to say Louisa, I can't pronounce her last name. She had 5 points. She got her first start, so that was good for her. Maddie Segrist had 15. And JJ Quinterly, she had a nice first half. She had 6 points, but she had a really nice first half for Dallas. Melissa Smith, she had 3 points. They need more out of her too. Yeah, they need more out of her and Dejanay Carrington and who else here? Maddie Segrist did okay. So they just need more from people other than Arike. But Paige Beckers will be back, and they'll get that from her. As far as Minnesota goes, Collier, once again, she's just, I keep saying she's like the 5-tool player for baseball. She is that in basketball. She had 10 rebounds, 28 points. She had 4 assists. She shot 52% from the field, 50% from 3, and she was 5 for 5 from the line. And then Kayla McBride, they're like Batman and Robin. McBride had 21. She was 60% from the 3-point line. She was she just has the quickest release, and it just boom, and it's gone. Swish. And it doesn't even like swish. It like hits the back of the rim and it falls straight down. It's like boom, right down. She's a great shooter. 21 points for Kayla. And then contributions. Heidemann's been contributing to them. Let's see what Courtney Williams. Where's Courtney Williams here? Courtney Williams only had 5 points. So between the two of them, Courtney Williams and Natisha Heidemann, they help them out at their guard spot. And, they contribute just what they need to contribute to just add to the pieces to the pie. You have McBride and you have Collier, and then you have those two. and either one of them could go off at any time. And they have like a complete team. And then Carlton had, let's see, she was 2 for 4 from 3 points. Because there was a stretch. Let's see. Dallas would make a shot, and then Minnesota would just come back with 2 or 3 threes, and boom, the lead would go up. And there was some late in the game, because in the third quarter, Dallas just went cold. They just went really cold. And so did Minnesota. And it was too bad for Dallas they didn't capitalize on that. They should have, but that was their chance. Because Minnesota went cold there in the third quarter, and they just couldn't capitalize. And then Dallas finally starts to make their shots, but boom, Minnesota just does. They had 13 threes in the game, Minnesota. And Dallas only scored 8 points in the final quarter. So Minnesota got an 81-65 victory. They're so good. And it's not so much, I mean, Collier is really good, but she has such a supportive team around her. You don't even notice that she's getting 28 points half the time, because it's all within the flow of the game. They pass really well, and it's just boom, 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 shot, boom, 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 shot, and pass, cutter, and they all move really well. And that's a sign of a team that's been playing together for quite a while. So, all the rest of the teams have to, work toward. That's something to work towards for all the teams that don't have that. But that's what it takes. But you got to have more than just 1 or 2 people, because if they have an off night, you're screwed. And that was the problem last year for Dallas, because Arike can't do it all, and if she has an off night, oh boy, you're in trouble. So anyway, the Dallas and Minnesota game was for 3 quarters was really exciting and tight, and but you just like waiting for the shoe to drop. Here comes Minnesota, and it happened. It happened to the Valkyries too. It's like they were right there with Minnesota, and then boom, all of a sudden 22-point lead. It's crazy how they can do that, and it's not like really noticeable. It's like just boom, boom, couple plays, and all of a sudden they have a big lead. It's interesting how they do it. It's not flashy. It's not, but it's like workmanlike, and they just get the job done, and it doesn't matter who it is. Any one of them will step up. So that's it for those 2 games. Tonight we have the Valkyries and the LA Sparks. That should be a good game. And we'll see you next time.